Hello children, so welcome to AIMS India's online classes. Today from mathematics subject, quadratic equations topic we are going to continue. So here we have some theorems regarding the roots of quadratic equations. Let's learn about them. So first theorem is, if alpha and beta are the roots of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, quadratic equation, so then ax square plus bx plus c is equal to a into x minus alpha into x minus beta. Means the quadratic equation in terms of root, it can be written like this. It can be written like this, that they are telling. We have to make it proved. So alpha beta, they have given alpha beta are the roots of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Already in our previous video we have learnt sum of the root c is equal to coefficient of x minus of coefficient of x by coefficient of x square minus b by a. Product of the roots constant by coefficient of x square c by a. We have these two formulas. With the help of these two formulas, we have to prove that LHS is equal to RHS. So here, suppose this is the given rational number. Let's divide the given rational number by a. Let's divide the given rational number by a. So let's take a as common. So then what happens in ax square? If a is taken common, x square will be remaining. So actually bx, in bx there is no a. But how can we write in terms of a? We can write it as bx into a by a we can write. Means if a is taken common, what will be remaining? Bx by a or b by a x. In c also, actually there is no a. For our convenience, how can we write c into a by a? If a is taken common, what will be remaining? C by a. So for our convenience, without changing the value, we can multiply and divide by a, both the second term and third term, so that here b by a x will be remaining, here c by a will be remaining after taking a as common. So next, this plus b by a, we can write it as x square minus of minus b by a x plus c by a. We can write like this. So why we are writing like this? Because sum of the roots formula is minus b by a. So we need minus. So that's why we have written plus as minus into minus. So now, so a is taken like that only. X square is taken like that only. It is minus of b by a. So minus is taken like that only. Minus of b by a stands for alpha plus b. X same. Alpha b means alpha into beta means it is nothing but, c by a means it is nothing but alpha into beta. So like this we have written. So still, if you want to make it simple, still simplifier. Now we have written b by a into alpha plus beta, c by a into alpha beta. Now we are having equation in terms of alpha and beta. Let's simplify further. So x square minus alpha into x, plus into minus, this is also minus, beta into x, beta x plus alpha beta. Like that we can write. Let a be like that only. From these two group, we can take x as common. We will get x minus alpha. From these two, from these two, as we having minus here, let's take minus common. Let's take minus common. Here beta, here beta. Beta, let's take beta as common. So here x will be remaining. As we have taken minus common, here symbol will change. Minus what is remaining here? Alpha. So bracket close. So again, here also x minus alpha, here also x minus alpha. What we can do? X minus alpha we can take common. So here x is remaining minus, here beta is remaining. So a into x minus alpha into x minus beta. So quadratic equation can be written in terms of roots. Can be written in terms of roots. In terms of roots, where alpha b are the roots. Okay. So this is the proof of the theorem. Next. Next. The quadratic equation having roots alpha comma beta is x minus alpha into x minus beta equals to 0. Or if it is simplified, x square minus alpha plus beta x into alpha plus beta equals to 0. Means reverse to this. Here we have proved quadratic equation in terms of roots. But in second theorem, if we know the roots, it can be written in the form of roots. Already this we have proved already. So with this proof, let's try to solve one question. Find the quadratic equation having roots 3 and minus 5. 3 and minus 5. So here alpha is 3, beta is minus 5. So we know only the roots. We know only the root values, roots. We have to find the quadratic, we have to find the quadratic equation. We have to find the quadratic equation. Let the roots be alpha equals to 3, beta equals to minus 5. Beta equals to minus 5. Then what is the sum of the roots? 3 plus of minus 5, minus 2. What is the product of roots? 3 into minus 5, minus 15. We got sum of the roots, we got product of the roots. So what is the required equation? This is the required equation. So here into actually. So this is the required equation. X square minus sum of roots into x plus product of roots equal to 0. X square minus what is the sum of roots? Minus 2. What is the product of roots? Minus 15. So here minus into minus plus children, this is plus x square plus 2x plus into minus minus 15 equals to 0. Like this, if we know the roots, automatically we can find the equation. Or if we know the equation, we can find the roots. Next, another example. So find the quadratic equation whose roots are minus 3 plus 5i, minus 3 minus 5i. Actually, these two are separate two roots, but combinedly they can be written like this: minus 3 plus or minus 5i. Like that we can write. Or another question, one root is m by n, another root is minus n by m, where m is not equal to 0, n is not equal to 0. Means they have given the roots in first question, second question. We have to find the equation. Actually, what is minus 3 plus 5i? There I stands for root of minus 1. Means imaginary number. So here root is an imaginary number. So combination of rational number and imaginary number, it is called complex number. Means roots are complex numbers here. Roots are complex roots. Already we know complex roots are always conjugate. Complex roots are always conjugate. What does it mean? If we if we add two complex roots, then it will be a rational number. If we multiply two complex roots, it will be a rational number. So then they are called conjugate roots. Then they are called conjugate roots. So in first question, they have given complex roots. For that complex roots, we have to find the equation. So we have to find the equation. So how to find equation if we know the roots? What is the formula? X square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta equals to 0. This is the general form. So x square minus sum of the roots. So what are the roots? Minus 3 plus 5i plus, because sum of the roots, minus 3 minus 5i. This is one root, this is one root. Both we have to add. So plus into x plus alpha into beta. Both we have to subtract. So in this form we have written with the help of given roots. So here plus 5i minus 5i cancel. Minus 3 minus 3 minus 6 into minus plus 6 into x. So first term is x square, second term is 6x. This third term, if you multiply both a plus b, a minus b, a square means 3 square minus b square 5i whole square. 5i whole square means 3 square minus 5 square how much? 5 square how much? 25. 5 square how much? 25. But I how much? I means root of minus 1. Then what is I square? Means root of minus 1 whole square. Square root cancel. So I square equal to minus 1. So here 5 square is 25 into I square is minus 1. I square value is minus 1. So then 3 square how much? 9. So 5 square means 25. So minus into minus plus. So plus 25. 9 plus 25 which is equal to 34. So 9 plus 25 which is equal to 34. Okay children, let me explain once again. So here plus 5i minus 5i cancel, minus 3 minus 3 minus 6, minus 6 into minus plus 6x. Okay, third term. So it can be written as minus 3 square a square minus b square means 5i whole square means minus 3 square means 9. 5i square means what? 5 square into I square. 5 square into I square. But what is I square? I equal to root of minus 1. So I square equal to root of minus 1 whole square. Square root cancel. What is the value? Minus 1. So I square value minus 1. 5 square how much? 25. 9 minus 5 square how much? 25 into I square how much? Minus 1. 25 into minus 1. So what happens? Minus into minus plus. 9 plus 25 into 1, 25. 9 plus 25, 34. So like this we can write, because already we have told complex roots are conjugate. If you multiply these two, imaginary number will get cancelled. We will get rational number. Next, second one, required equation x square minus sum of the roots m by n minus n by m. Next, into x plus product of the roots. product of the roots. What is the LCM here? M into n, mn, m into n, mn. LCM is mn. LCM is mn. So LCM is mn. So mn into x square, mn x square. So mn same. Sorry, this in this n into m, mn. So m is remaining here. We can write m into m square, So here m into, once again children, n into mn into numerator m minus m into n, mn numerator n. So what we will get here? M square minus n square. But outside we are having minus. If we change the sign, we can write reverse. N square minus m square x. If you multiply, the simplification of this is this one, minus. So here what happens? So here a product of roots. So here mm cancel, nn cancel, 1 will be remaining, but the LCM is mn, so we can write 1 into mn. We can write mn here equals to 0. Actually, this total expression is having LCM by mn. So next step, if this mn goes right hand side, mn into 0, it will become 0. So that's why we are not writing mn here. It will become 0. So after simplification, we got this equation. Okay, this is the equation. By using the roots, we can write this equation. So next, if alpha, beta are the roots of this equation, then find the equation whose roots are 1 minus alpha by 1 plus alpha, 1 minus beta by 1 plus beta. Already they have given one equation, they have given their roots, but we have to find another equation. Whose roots are these two. So let's take the first one. Alpha, beta are the roots of 2x square plus x plus 3 equal to 0. Then sum of the roots minus b by a. B means coefficient of x. What? 1. So a means coefficient of x square, 2. So minus 1 by 2. Next, what is product of roots? C by a means 3 by 2. But for required equation, sum of the roots are 1 minus alpha by 1 plus alpha plus 1 minus beta by 1 plus beta. These are the sum of the roots for required equation. So what we will do? We will simplify this. So if we simplify, what is the LCM here? 1 plus alpha into 1 plus beta is the LCM. So let's write here once again what we have in last slide. 1 minus alpha by 1 plus alpha plus 1 minus beta by 1 plus beta. If we take the LCM, what is the LCM here? 1 plus alpha into 1 plus beta. 1 plus alpha into 1 plus beta. Here if we multiply with 1 plus alpha is there, 1 plus beta is missing. With 1 plus beta, we have to multiply the numerator. So 1 minus alpha into 1 plus beta. Next, while multiplying with this, we have 1 plus beta here. So 1 plus alpha is missing. With that we have to multiply the numerator. Means 1 plus alpha into 1 minus beta by denominator will be the same. Denominator will be the same. Now let's multiply with 1. Let's multiply with 1. 1 into 1, 1. 1 into minus alpha, minus alpha. Beta into 1, beta. Beta into minus alpha beta. This is multiplication of these two. Next, 1 into 1, 1. 1 into alpha, alpha. Minus beta into 1, minus beta. Minus beta into alpha, minus alpha beta. This is the expansion of second one. Both we have to add. So here 1 into 1, 1. 1 into alpha, alpha. Beta into 1, beta. Beta into alpha, alpha beta. We have multiplied all. Next we have to see for cancellation. So minus alpha plus alpha cancel. Plus beta minus beta cancel. So 1 plus 1, 2. Minus alpha beta, minus alpha beta. Minus 2 alpha beta is remaining. Denominator will be the same. But here we know the value of alpha beta. Already we have found it here. Alpha beta is 3 by 2. Alpha plus beta is 1 by 2. Let's substitute that values. Alpha beta 3 by 2. Alpha plus beta 1 by 2. Alpha beta 3 by 2. Let's substitute all the values and let's simplify. So what happens here? So here, what happens here? 2 minus 2 into 3 by 2 by 1 minus 1 by 2 plus 3 by 2. 2 to cancel here. 2 minus 3. Numerator minus 1. Numerator minus 1. Denominator. What is the LCM? 2. What is the LCM? 2. 2 1 is 2 minus 2 1 is 2. 1. Again 3 here. 2 1 is 2. 3 here. So what is coming? Minus 1 by 3 plus 2, 5 minus 1, 4 by 2. 4 by 2. 4 by 2 means 2 times 4. So minus 1 by 2. Minus 1 by 2. Okay. Minus 1 by 2. We got what? Only sum of the roots. For required equation, sum of the roots is minus 1 by 2. Sum of the roots is minus 1 by 2. In the same way, product of the roots. Product of the roots, if you multiply both of them, if we simplify, it will be 3 by 2. It will be 3 by 2. So sum of the roots. Sum of the roots minus 1 by 2. Product of the roots 3 by 2. Then what is the equation? X square minus sum of the roots minus 1 by 2x plus product of the roots 3 by 2 equals to 0. What is the LCM, children? LCM is 2. 2 into x square, 2x square. Minus into minus plus. 2 1 is 2. 1 1 is 1. 1x. 2 1 is 2. 1 into 3, 3 equals to 0. If we still simplify, 2x square plus 1x stands for x plus 3 equals to 2 into 0, 0. This is the required equation. This is the equation. This is the equation of these two roots. If these two are the roots, then their sum is minus 1 by 2, product is 3 by 2. If we write in the form of equation, this will be the required equation. Okay, children, next. Transformation and equations. So let's see some other shortcuts of transformation of equations. So let f of x be this quadratic equation. They have given one quadratic equation whose name is f of x. That is one quadratic equation. So then, if we transform the roots or if we transform the equation, then what happened to the roots? Or if we transform the roots, what happens to the equation? That let's see. If f of x is a quadratic equation, then the quadratic equation whose roots are means for this quadratic equation alpha plus beta are the roots. Now the quadratic equation whose roots are reciprocals of given roots of f of x is how much? The given quadratic equation is f of x whose roots are alpha comma beta. Now what they are asking, we have one more equation whose roots are reciprocals of roots of f of x, means 1 by alpha 1 by x, such that if we have roots, then what will be that equation? So for that, shortcut is f of 1 by x is 0. F of 1 by x is 0, means in the place of x, if you keep 1 by x, you will get equation whose roots are reciprocal to the given roots. Reciprocal to the given roots means ax square plus, 1 minute children, suppose if ax square plus bx plus c is f of x, then f of 1 by x will be, in the place of x, we have to keep 1 by x. A into 1 by x whole square, b into 1 by x plus c. So for this one, roots will be alpha and beta. For this one, roots will be 1 by alpha and 1 by beta. So okay, that is the, means if we transform the roots like that, equation will be changed like that. Okay, next. Greater by k than those of f of x, means for f of x, if roots are alpha comma beta, we have one equation whose roots are greater by k, means alpha plus k, beta plus k. If the roots are transformed like that, then what will be that equation? As we are adding plus k here what we have to do? X minus k. The equation will be in the form of x minus k, means opposite to this. Okay, f of x minus k equal to 0 will be the equation whose roots are alpha plus k, beta plus k, or whose roots are greater by k than those of f of x. Next one, smaller by k than those of f of x, means we have a equation f of x whose roots are alpha beta. Now we need new equation whose roots are smaller by k, means alpha minus k, beta minus k. Then what will be that equation? F of x plus k. F of x plus k. F of x plus k will be the required equation. Okay, in the place of x, if we keep x plus k, the equation will come. Okay, if roots are numerically equal but opposite in sign, means what does it mean? Roots are numerically equal but opposite in sign, means the new roots are minus alpha minus beta. Then what about equation f of minus x? F of minus x. Next one. Next one. If roots are multiplied by k, means alpha k, beta k. If roots are multiplied by k, then what will be the equation opposite to multiplication? Means coefficient. F of x by k. Or if roots are divided by k, alpha by k, beta by k, then what will be the equation? Multiplication. F of xk. Like that, if we know two roots alpha beta, then we can find, means we know the roots alpha beta, then we can find the equations whose roots are 1 by alpha, 1 by beta, or alpha plus k, beta plus k, or alpha minus k, beta minus k, or alpha k, beta k, or alpha by k, beta by k. All these equations we can find by transforming the roots. Okay. Next, if alpha beta are the roots of ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, find the quadratic equation whose roots are 1 by alpha, 1 by beta, and second question, whose roots are alpha by 4, beta by 4. Next. Here f of x equal to equation they have given here. Suppose means in first question, how are the roots? Reciprocals of the given roots. Given equation is f of x 0, but how are its roots? Reciprocals of roots of f of x. Then what is the equation? F of 1 by x will be 0. So what is the value of f of 1 by x? Means in the place of x, we have to keep 1 by x. 1 by x whole square. 1 by x plus c equal to 0. Means a by x square, b by x plus c equal to 0. What is the LCM here? X square. X square 1 are x square into a plus x into x square into b plus here nothing is there, means x into c square equals to 0. Sorry, x square into c. So x square c or cx square. 1 minute. So x square into c means cx square. X square term to be written first. B into x, bx to be written second. Next a constant term to be written third. So this is the equation. Okay. Next, we have to find the equation whose roots are alpha by 4, beta by 4. So already we have told, if the roots are in the form of alpha by k, beta by k, then the new equation is f of kx. F of kx means alpha by 4, beta by 4. So new equation is f of 4x. means in place of x we have to keep 4x. So ax square means a 4x square, b into 4x plus c equal to 0. So a 4 square 16, x square means 16a x square, 4b x plus c equal to 0. So like that, by during transformations, what we have learnt, with that formulas directly we can write the equations. Okay children, what we have learned today, if alpha, beta are roots, we can write the equation in the form of roots, a into x minus alpha into x minus beta. Next, so we can solve some examples. So during transformations, what we have learnt, if we know if for a given equation alpha, beta are the roots, then we can find the equations whose roots are 1 by alpha, 1 by beta. Equation is f of 1 by x. Alpha plus k, beta plus k. Equation is f of x minus k. Alpha minus k, beta minus k. Equation is f of x plus k. Alpha k, beta k. Equation is f of x by k. Alpha by k, beta by k. Then equation is f of kx. F of kx. Like that we can transform the equations. So that's all for today children. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for receiving latest updates. Thank you. Have a good day.